more into an inconvenience. Okay, it costs a little more. I got the money. That sucks, but it's better than
Very good.
failing and ruining the whole build because you don't have the reserves for it.
And that's planning ahead.
Absolutely. So I agree with that. That's amazing too. And I bet you're like way more relaxed with making decisions too. Now that you know you have a little bit of wiggle room.
Yes.
You know you got some reserves backing you up. It's not as cut and dry as if you didn't have that.
Absolutely, and not only that, we have existing properties already that we own. So after this snowfall that we had, the all that rain that we had recently, one of the units at one of the other properties was having some issues with water damage, water coming from underneath the wall. So I have to renovate that whole unit, and that's going to cost about 20 grand to redo it.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm adding a laundry room to that unit, so I'm going to be able to ask for more rent at that point once it's all finished.
Nice. Well, it's getting a legitimate upgrade too.
Absolutely. Brand new cabinets, brand new flooring. So that was an unexpected expense. Again, 20 grand, right? So
that's not a little expensive.
Yeah.
That's not a little unexpected expense. That's huge.
It is huge, but like I mentioned, just plan for the unexpected, guys, and budget. Have that extra reserves, man, so that you can pivot and move as those walls and obstacles come up.
That's why you're a perfect example too, because the way you're talking about it's not the end of the world for you. You have the reserves; it's just an inconvenience.
That's
it. The proof is in the pudding. Absolutely.
And then you have to figure out: is it going to give me that return that I'm looking for? Putting all this money into this unit, and yes, you know what? Because I'm going to be raising that rent, and the return, of course, the numbers don't lie, guys. Run the numbers and figure out whether it's going to cash flow or not, or that return that you're looking for.
Absolutely, that's amazing.
Yes.
Even with today's rate, today's current markets, when the time's right, yes, you've done a lot of stuff with cash, but there's going to be a time where that paid off property is going to be cashed out, and you're going to go with the best rate possible. And we've done the numbers on the worst case scenario. The cash is still flowing with the rents, especially that third rental.
Yes, absolutely.
We build you up as Superman on this show.
I'm just a regular guy, man.
You
I have
know,
my W-2 income,
Own an amazing restaurant. We got to
Thank
do
you.
a shout out. We'll do a shout out in a second with how you can get a hold of him. Visit the amazing Springhouse restaurant right here in Hesperia off Main Street. But recently, owning a restaurant, working a full-time W-2 job, very demanding.
Yes.
You're also studying to be a realtor.
Absolutely, and I'm loving it, guys. Let me just mention that. I'm so excited. When did we start? In November or December, I started taking these real estate classes. And I've already taken 2 course exams, passed them. I'm going to take my 3rd course exam, and I'm going to pass that, of course. And after that, I'll be eligible to take my state exam. And
Nice.
I'm hoping to get my license or be licensed to sell properties and real estate by mid-April. That's my goal. It was June 1st, but you know what? I'm pushing myself, guys.
Yeah.
And it's all about mindset and
Getting it done.
getting it done, man. Getting it done. If you don't push yourself, who's going to push yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Who's going to push you to do the things that you need to do to get things done?
Well, only you could do it too for yourself.
And sometimes it's getting that study time in. What are some of the things that are helping you as you're going through this journey? Because as it's kind of naturally progressed for you during this time. Like at first you were just wanting a rental property.
Yeah.
Then it builds up to all these properties, and then so many people start coming to you for advice.
Yes.
Even myself, when it comes down to just, wanting to do the same thing, get more units, real property, real assets that you could touch and feel, really one of the most secure historical wealth builders that we have, which is the homes. So, yeah, so like what I remember we were talking. Do you have even a study group?
Yes. Okay. So before I showed up here, we had a class at 1 p.m. It is 3:15 now. So I was at that class learning about the listing agreement, right? And this class is basically for already licensed realtors. But I'm joining this class to get ahead of the game. Even though I'm not licensed at this time, I'm still taking this class and joining the group because I guess it's just my mindset, right? I want to get ahead of the game and hit the ground running once I'm licensed.
Yep. Yeah, that's very important. You guys can reach out to me and Bobby, Robert Bulmer and Bobby Bulmer at 760-669-7813. We are active loan originators. I have over 25 years experience.
Nice.
Work with FBC Mortgage. They are a equal housing lender. Their NMLS is 152859. We do post these shows on YouTube at Mortgage Talk Podcast. Raymond, tell us about your restaurant and give us the shout outs where everybody can find you and go eat that delicious food.
Absolutely. Come check us out. We have a restaurant. It's an all-American diner in Hesperia. It's called Springhouse Family Restaurant on Main Street. The address is 16441 Main Street, Hesperia, California, 92345. Phone number is 760-949-2441. Like I mentioned, it's an all-American diner, and you can also reach me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called Investing in Rentals. I Found My Passion, and I post up a lot of videos that I do with the properties, how the renovations are going, updates, and basically what I'm learning as I go to try to help anyone out there who's interested in real estate and investing in real estate. So I have an Instagram page as well at Ray Aquino, and you can reach me there as well.
Okay, great. Question. What do you think the medium sell price in America is?
380,000.
That's what everybody thinks. Get this. See if this shocks you. This is, obviously when you get down to certain areas, but we're talking about America in a whole, and this
Yes.
kind of leads back to what we said in the beginning about affordability. This was as of January 2023, Redfin poll. The medium sell price in America, it dropped a little bit down to $695, $300.
Are you serious?
How does that make sense?
$695.
Yeah.
Overall down. What else?
Amazing. That's
Amazing.
nationwide.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, we had Mike Arias on.
Wow.
The High Desert medium home price is actually down from $423 to $390. Hitting its,
Oh, wow.
it also we hit a peak, and we're still above the peak from 2006 of $323. So you guys, if rates keep going up in this great crash and the inventory, and they're talking about prices are going to fall, is it going to be more affordable if the payments are higher? Because in reality, what's going to keep it crashing? Is it going to be rates going up or going down? If they maintain, we're in a pretty healthy market. There has weeded a lot of people out from the rates we seen down in the 2s and 3s after the pandemic and a year or two after. Obviously, there's a huge difference of what people could afford at that time to now. If rates keep going up, that's going to have an effect. The rates affect the payments more than the balance or the price when you compare. So look, if you can pull it off and you could afford it, the people who are pulling it off now are the ones we're going to be talking about the next boom. Hey, all this equity, we're able to, wow, we've saved so much money with the refi. We're back in the market on maybe turning this home into a rental and buying another house to live in, a better house.
Yes.
Stepping it up. So that's what we talk about, is kind of like with Raymond. As soon as he met the woman of his dreams, they both had the house they were living in. And they were able to, as a team, when they bought the next house, they instantly had 2 rentals.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I want another rental. You know what I mean? Let's see how we could do it. And that's when I came in, and sometimes you need an expert who's lived it, thrown in this back in the day before I even knew what a home loan was when I was 20 years old. And I'm a numbers guy, so it makes sense sometimes to, restructure. And I was talking about, I hear on the news a lot about credit card debt, and there'll be a point to where you're not going to want to manage 10 different bills, even though you might have a nice low rate. Well, you can save $1,000 a month, and you know, even with going rates and consolidate.